Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. Braxton Berrios now from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Ball again on 2nd down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now, 1st and 10, right at the 30. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They go play action now. Jackson. That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Well, 1 for 1, a lot more to go. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And he's got this down to the 35. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
Yeah, boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Jackson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. How do you do as he gets in there for the sack?
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
It's a gain of 5, but they're still deep in a hole. 15 yards still to go on 3rd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown.
So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go up and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. For the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Andrews, 44 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from evening this one up. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive in the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. 7-7, our score after 1. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. To throw is Wilson. He finds Corey Davis. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run with Hall. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the 1st down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. On 1st down, right back to Hall. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he slips up past the 45 before being taken. 14 yards is the pickup there.
First down. Carter will try the right side. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll go again with Carter. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Now it's Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. This is fielded at the 7. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Jackson to Bateman there for the Baltimore first. Now it's Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Jackson on 1st down. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And, oh, that would get a wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And Jackson throwing once more. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, 49 yards. And the Ravens have moved out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly what we need practice. A 2-minute drill at boot camp, and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And he'll get this into the hands of Braxton Berrios. Touchdown, Jets. Braxton Berrios, 51 yards. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Zerline connects on the extra point. That is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive,
as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And got his man complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Demarcus Robinson, 75 yards.
And the Ravens will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half,
good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
They go play action with Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. What a play that turns out to be. 36 yards. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook. And that's when they hit them with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then scrambling back, trying to cover. Couldn't get there in time.
Well scripted. They had the big running play, now the big passing play. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
As we prepared for these games, we've noticed offensive coordinators have had an expanded playbook on two-point conversion tries because they never know when they may have to use it during a game.
But that also means the defense probably has more for these situations too, right?
No doubt about it.
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Were you as surprised as I was that they actually ran it on 2nd down there? I thought that they would go ahead and throw it in every situation here.
They've thrown for 3 touchdown passes. Now here, I think they probably go back to the air.
Yeah, I think so. But ordinarily, 2nd down is when you run your play fake.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Carl Lawson in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the big return had them fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
This one taken just inside the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground. Carter. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A good gain on first. Has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now Wilson. This pass out wide to Hall. Finding room at midfield. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson. They'll set up the screen for Hall. Give them 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball, but someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. 2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Ravens on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Jackson, draw play to Dobbins. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker, 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
From the 10. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1, because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Justin Madubuike firing across the line there and planning him for a loss. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Here's Wilson to throw. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle 3rd of the field, and that brings up 4th. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. On the draw, it's Hall. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Seems pretty obvious defensively. A key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Wilson.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen.
The 30. 10, 5, and he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
We're part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick 6 on the other side, and now they get a pick 6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick 6 from earlier in this game.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Another run on 2nd down with Carter.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Wilson.
That pass complete to Moore.
And some room to maneuver. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A big play there on the catch and run. And the Jets are going to get a new set of downs.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. That's brought in by Davis over the middle.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down.
Throwing is Wilson.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now it's Wilson.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
72 yards on the ground here for Dobbins, and a 1st down coming up.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Now, one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for Baltimore, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they obviously fall to 0-1.